Right. Hello. Put this on do not disturb. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. If you're watching live, comment live. If you're watching the replay, comment to replay. Ooh. If you're watching live, comment live. If you're watching the replay, comment to replay. Okay. Why does it seem like my effects are gone? That looks weird. So weird. Anyway. All right. I am live. Coach Shay is here. I hope everyone is doing amazing on this wonderful, wonderful, amazing Sunday. Definitely hope you all are planning for the week. Hope you're planning for the month. Getting ready to go into September. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Like, I can't believe it. I just cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. This is crazy. Hey, Camille. Come on in, y'all. I don't know why this thing is just shaking so. Let me see. Come on in, y'all. All right. So we're going to be talking about subscriptions, talking about the global attention economy. How am I feeling? I'm still, you know what? I'm starting to get over it a little bit. I started to feel the tinge in my throat probably like Wednesday, Thursday, and I said, I know I am not about to catch a cold. And I looked right at Maddie. I was like, you got to be kidding me. I was so upset because she was already feeling kind of bad. And I hate, when school starts back and they get around everybody, it's like so annoying. It is so annoying. Oh, so annoying. But anyway, thank you for asking because I'm telling you, it is cray cray. And last night, I mean, not last night, but night before last, I was like, it was terrible. I was like, I'm not going to be able to get no sleep because I'm not sick often. I'm not sick often. But anyway, how's everybody doing? How's everybody doing on this wonderful Sunday? Got TikTok over here. TikTok, I won't be with you too long, but I'm on here on YouTube Live as well. So we're going to talk about the global attention economy. We're going to talk about subscriptions and how you need to build your subscriptions, how you need to create an infrastructure that is going to serve as an offer for your people. And that is exactly what I really want to really push y'all to start thinking about that, because I think it's really going to be key. But you have to have a community, right? So if you've been out there meeting people, you've been talking to people, you've been online, and you've built up a following, this is going to really help you. So if y'all hear me sounding really stuffy, I have a little cold that I'm getting over. My daughter gave it to me, so excuse me if I sound stuffy, okay? Because I do feel stuffy, but that's all good because the show must go on. Okay, so let me start here. I'm Coach Jay. This is y'all's first time being on my live. And let's see, I've been coaching for a long time. I coach in the area of helping women with the self concept, emotional frameworks to be able to build and expand their global educational ecosystem, really from the standpoint of they already know what to do, they already have expertise. But when it comes down to putting the expertise into a structured global ecosystem where they are teaching their ideal audience, clients, customers something that they feel very passionate about. And these people almost stay in their wheelhouse for a while, right? They learn from them, whether it is personal development, all of the different skills that they feel very passionate about. They can teach that, bring them into scalable offers if it is appropriate, and then move them through and bring them back around if they need that support. Okay. So I've been coaching for years, probably almost a decade, but for the last 5.5 years, just about full time. And one of the things that kept me in the game long for a long time, people ask, like, how did you do it? Like, how, like, Jay, you got to tell me what was the, well, first of all, I made going back to corporate, I made all of that was, unemployable. I declare myself unemployable. I declare myself unemployable. Now, everybody don't have to have their story. Okay. Hey y'all, come on in. Come on in. Thank you for the hearts, y'all. Hey Corinthia. I think I saw Deacia's name. Who else is here? Who else is on YouTube? Y'all come on in. So I declare myself unemployable for a reason. Because first of all, I don't care for corporate America because I feel like it's a system that keeps the creative pressed down. I mean, that's just, I mean, if you study socioeconomics, you study sociology, you study philosophy, you study psychology, you'll see how the world works. And I'm not saying to do that, but once you see how the world works, you declare yourself unemployable too. But what is the secret sauce is learning the skills to stay in the game. What are the skills? Sales and marketing, and being very unapologetic about doing so. Every single day you study, when you study businesses and enterprises, you will realize, like some people say, oh my God, you're just so consistent. Well, I'm supposed to be. I'm in business. I don't have the luxury of not, I mean, you go to McDonald's or Walmart or, I mean, you're supposed to be open. That's why I get so tickled when people say, like, oh my God, you're just so consistent. I'm like, ain't you? I'm supposed to be. Like, duh. You're supposed to be consistent. Like, why aren't you? I'm surprised that you're not. I guess that's my thing. If you say you're in business, you're in business. Even okay, so it's just so much going on. You know why? You know why that is affecting you? Because it's affecting you because you're paying attention to it. It's been stuff going on since the beginning of the world. There's always something going on, right? It's just something going on while you're grown and you're an adult and you're very conscious of what's going on. And social media is telling you what's going on. But I still went to the store today. I still went and got things for the week. Maddie is about to take her senior heads tomorrow. My sister is up there helping her with her jeans. Like, life is still going on. Even with all this stuff happening in the world is still going on. But guess what also has to still go on? Business. So if business is not open, then are you not taking clients? Are you not, like, you have to show up? I mean, I don't know what else. That's why I get like tickled. People like, I just wish I could be consistent too. It's like, okay, I don't understand it. That's why I said when people say I just can't or I got so much going. I don't know what they look like because if I'm say that I am in business, I am in business. I mean, I have to show up. Like that's why I said I don't know why it's such a surprise. even through all this stuff, you still, I mean, because you have to expand your skills. I mean, as time goes on, I continue to invest in myself when everybody stopped. People stop investing in themselves, and then when you stop investing in yourself as an entrepreneur, you go downhill. That's everybody know that. The ones who continue to invest in themselves and show up, you're still going to be in business for 5 years to come. AI, learn the skills. It's simple. Like, I mean, if you don't show up, you don't have a company. People cannot move into your company. I'm still getting sales to this every single day. Every single day. It is an absolute criteria requirement that I get sales every day in my business. Amen, somebody. I'm trying to figure out why that's a surprise to people. I mean, aren't you? I mean, I get sessions booked all the time. I got 2 coming up this week so far. Now we're booking for September. Like, I don't, I mean, is this making sense? I'm, you know, okay, so if you on my, let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all about yourself on TikTok. If you on my email list, why y'all ain't on my YouTube? Why y'all on my TikTok? I'm gonna get y'all. Y'all bring your booties on over here to YouTube so I can see y'all in this chat. But also too, I'm gonna say this too, because I ain't gonna be on TikTok that long. That's what I said. Yeah, come on over to YouTube. Yeah, if you're on my email list, I did it for a reason. I'm gonna tell y'all when y'all get over there. When I see the majority, I'll drop off here and come over here and tell you why. The thing is that you got to show up, and you got to show up consistently because you are the CEO of your own company. You understand? And so YouTube is more of the place where you're going to get that evergreen, right? You're going to get the evergreen. Des, thank y'all so much for coming on over to YouTube. Thank y'all so much. I really appreciate y'all. Thank you. Thank you. And this is also because is you have to create the infrastructure that's going to get you in front of people more often. Okay? That's really, really necessary. And so at the end of the day, you have to make up in your mind that you're going to be successful. Come on in. Yay! I love that. Hey, you too. Who was that? Coco. Who's Coco? Is that Corinthia? Hey, Charles. Okay, so you got to take your business seriously. You got to take your business seriously. That's why I just be like, ain't you, ain't you gonna show up consistently? Like, why is it that when I show up consistently, it's such a shock? And this is in no shade to anybody, of course, right? Yeah, I'm so happy you're here. I'm just talking about like when you say that I'm in business, what that means is that depending on how you market, right? Because it doesn't have to be online. This thing shake a little bit. It doesn't have to be online. Thank you for the gifts, Alondria. It doesn't have to be social media, but if social media is one of the places where you get clients, then you need to make it a point to show up. So now that some of y'all are over here from TikTok, I'm gonna tell you why. YouTube is the place where we have the scalable piece. TikTok is discovery. There's a reason why I gave my email list YouTube and not TikTok. YouTube Live is nurturing. right? And then TikTok is discovery. And I know it's a convenience for some people to just go on TikTok and just, let me just look on TikTok. But YouTube is where, first of all, the community is built, and then plus long form content. And then sometimes I shut this off. And I'll tell TikTok, once I build up the people over there, I'll tell them, come on over to YouTube. There's a reason why I do that, because if they're still here after so many minutes, I bring them over here. That grows my YouTube. You ain't paying for this. You ain't paying for that. This is free game. This is for the community. The way I'm doing things should be the way you're doing things. This ain't like, she always telling us to. No, it's not like that. And some of y'all been working with me for years. You ought to know, you ought to know how to do this. You tell, your community is learning from you. You tell them, y'all, okay, y'all come on over to this channel, because why? Because I'm gonna turn this off and put on another one. I can do the whole StreamYard stuff. I won't do that. I won't do that. I want to. So YouTube is a place where I can expand and I can see, and there's much more interaction. Okay. So when it comes down to being consistent, because yes, we're talking about the attention economy, and the attention economy is getting saturated. Everybody got something to say on these apps. Hey, Christina, is everybody got something to say on these apps? But just because it's saturated doesn't mean that you don't, oh, well, let me just, because there's too many people on there. No, you're not on there. It can be saturated all day, but guess what? I'm going to squeeze my booty in here anyway, and I'm going to go live. I'm going to, put the content out there, because I'm still going to get a piece of the algorithm. I don't care if they're trying to suppress views. I don't care. That's none of my business. My business is to put it out there, because at some point it is going to catch. I'm telling you, TikTok has a way of letting some of your followers see, and it's going to circulate a little bit, and then it's going to circulate, and it's going to circulate. So I'm not pressed about the views I see. In a few days, it's going to circulate and circulate and circulate. And if it doesn't circulate, oh well, we go to another video. It's fine. I don't let the algorithm mess with me. I don't let the algorithm mess me up. It's all AI. They pick and choose who they want. Gambling, depending on your hook, depending on, all these other factors, you still show up because you're supposed to show up as a CEO. That is your criteria. That is your commitment. That is what you're supposed to do as a leader. That's what you're supposed to do as an obligation. That's your responsibility. Yes, you can schedule your content. Absolutely. You can batch it. You can do all those things. That's still showing up every day. But I need y'all to still show up. You're the CEO, you're the leader. Everybody's trying to find some way to get out of showing up. And I don't understand that. I be telling people, just stop the business then if you don't want to do what you're supposed to do. It's so much. It really isn't. I think y'all putting it really isn't. You're making it hard on purpose for some reason. So why am I still getting results in? You know why? Because you're letting your ADHD take over. I love you. And I get it. Most of us do. Entrepreneurs, most of us got undiagnosed ADHD because we're all over the place. And we don't like anybody telling us what to do. We're very stubborn. Yes, we are. We're hard-headed. We don't like anybody telling us anything. We want to do things our way. Christina said most of us do have ADHD for sure. For real. For real, a lot of us have undiagnosed ADHD. We really do. Our attention is all over the place. However, there still has to be some level of discipline that you need to have. And I know that word messes with people too, especially for women, because you don't want to be told Discipline is a part of your self-care practice. Did you know that? When I am sowing seeds, that's a part of the discipline. When I am moving things along and putting things into place and I'm structuring myself to show up every day, that is my obligation because it's going to pay off. Today is going to pay off. The seed sown today is going to make up for tomorrow and next week and next month and ongoing. Why don't you have that same mentality? I don't know. I really don't. You only have 24 hours in a day. There are so many apps. There's so many videos. There's so much content. You're absolutely right. There's a lot of creators, and everybody wants a slice of the pie. Everybody wants a piece of it. That scarcity makes your attention incredibly valuable. You still need to show up. And look, everybody wants to say something, but who is saying something? Everybody loud, but who's talking? Who's talking? Who's saying something that makes sense? So you need to structure yourself and start putting yourself to the test and saying, am I going to stay consistent to the goal? Am I going to be committed to what I said I was going to be committed to? Am I going to stand the test of time? So, with that being said, okay, TikTok, come on over to YouTube. We got to move on. We got to move on. And you got to stop stopping on yourself. You got AI to help you. You got AI to help you. There are no more excuses. There are no more excuses. So, you got to start thinking about like, how do I want to make sure that I'm staying on the straight and narrow about this stuff? How am I going to make sure that I can globalize myself? I was talking to, I made a live about, a video where I was talking about, being true or globalizing yourself. And a lot of people really want to, go out, even if you don't want to, that's fine. But even, if you're going to globalize your business, you need to pick a country and go all in on it. Because I'm gonna tell you this, Americans, if you're trying to just have Americans as your clients, you're doing yourself a huge disservice. You need to start spreading your wings and I'm not saying that you have to go. I'm not saying that you have to leave. Some people just cannot go for whatever reason, and that's okay. But you also need to just understand that part of globalizing yourself means that you need to understand a couple of things. You need to get to know 1 to 2, maybe 3 countries, no more than 3. And you need to really go all in on those couple of countries. And you need to start immersing yourself in the culture. Stop trying to do American stuff over there, right? And if you're going to go over there, you need to have some level of how can I contribute to the economy rather than go over there and just laying up. You need to go over there and be productive and effective. But even if you don't, if you say, Jay, I really can't leave because my kids or, whatever circumstance it is, it's really about like, okay, choose a country and immerse yourself in the culture. Even from here, have a passport. You may have to go over there, close a deal or two. Or you may have people that are going to enroll. Because I'm telling you, I've had clients and customers, people that bought from me from other countries. People that have bought from me and purchased from me from Germany. People that purchased from me from London. People that have became a client of mine from the Netherlands, from Ghana, from Nigeria, from oh my gosh, the list goes on and on, from the Bahamas. Yes, Christina, she said, got my passport situated this summer after doing your globalized and monetize. That's what I'm talking about. You never know what can happen. You need to be ready. You need to be ready for things like this. Just get it done. Just get it done. You need to get ready. You need to get ready for these things. And start expanding yourself. Don't get so comfortable with America. I know you love America or whatever. Look, or whatever. But we're here. I think the biggest issue is that you have to learn how to expand. Can y'all hear me over there? And now I'm on Substack. Can y'all hear me, Substack? Give me a 1 if you can hear me. Give me a 2 if you can't. Look, you give me a 2 if you can't. I just wanted to let y'all know, like, you have to start building the infrastructure and start. Thank you, Mika. You have to start building the infrastructure and getting serious. Hey, B Harmony. You gotta start getting your stuff in. Okay, so Jay, how do I do that? Okay, so how do I really just expand? Number one, you need to get in front of where the audience is. Okay, you need to get in front of where international audiences is. What is that? Like, where is that? Okay, so number one, I always tell people the mighty two, which is YouTube, and most people know LinkedIn. Those are two big primary platforms that you can go to. But I'm also going to add a third one to that. I'm going to add Substack. There is a way for you to, y'all, there's so many people on Substack. They're in, I think, 30 countries. Substack is not playing with you. They're not playing over there. The thing is, however, is that people are saying, oh, well, Substack is done. Substack is only done for people that cannot keep their attention span up for more than 5 seconds. Obviously, everybody doesn't have the attention span to honor long form content. But I'm going to tell you this, if you have offers that are more than $1,000, listen to what I'm saying. If you have offers that are more than $1,000 or you're doing high luxury types of offers, I'm telling you straight up, if you continue to go to TikTok for all of the only reason why I still do on TikTok or I still create videos for TikTok is because I can repurpose the TikToks. I mean, plus I like the fonts. And, the what is it called? The fonts look better to me. And so what I do is I take those videos and I just repurpose it. It ain't really even for TikTok like that. Does that make sense? I know it doesn't, but it does to me. And I just take those videos and I repurpose them on YouTube Shorts, Facebook Reels. And look, Substack I'm going live on right now. I just ended off TikTok, got people to come over here, and then I upped Substack. But you know what Substack is going to do for me? It is going to chop up these clips. And I'm going to tell you this, I like Substack's chop ups. And they're very clean. And guess what? I can repost them on Substack and get more eyes on my content there as well. You got to get creative. Oh, Mika, they very much so clean. Opus Clips for me downgraded the resolution to me. It made it a little, the quality lower. And I understand it because if you're putting something in long form content into a system, they're going to automatically downgrade the resolution most times because they're trying to capture clip them up a little bit. But I don't like that because it looks very fuzzy and low quality. Even though it did its job, I would rather have something that's a little bit more crispy. Like, for example, I stopped doing Zoom to YouTube Live. I stopped doing that because I'm like, and I experimented one day. I just happened to click on go live, just to see. And I saw that. I was like, oh, this looks 10 times better than Zoom. Obviously, if I want a group and people on the live with me or whatever, I'm doing a live my masterclass or something like that, I'm going to do Zoom and all that kind of stuff. But I'm going to go as far as to say Substack has a much cleaner chop up to me. And they add captions. But the captions are orange, just like Substack logo colors or brand colors. But I just want to get in front of the people, right? I want to get in front of the people. So this is what I'm saying. When we're talking about going in front of audiences, you need to go in front of audiences and you need to make sure that you can get in front of people and you're going live. And then you're getting some of the replay, people finding you, getting some of that SEO traffic, right? And so I'm also going to say use some of your, like, you got ChatGPT, you got Perplexity, and all these other ones. Ask it to come up with some SEO keywords so you can get picked up. What are your people searching for, right? What are your people searching for, and how can you get in front of people much, much more? Because YouTube still has the Google. When people put in searches, what comes up? Obviously, Instagram has gotten SEO, right? TikTok definitely get SEO. Of course, YouTube. Substack is starting to go up too in SEO. Just FYI, they're not playing. And Substack been marketing heavy. They've been marketing heavy, which is very interesting. But globalizing your business, you can also start to use hashtags, or y'all can search for countries. That's another thing that you can do. Like, you don't have to wait until you can get in front of people. Sometimes you like their country that you want to work with, country that you're looking to move to in some years or whatever. Like, just think bigger. And even if it's just, I want to just try, you know what I'm saying? Like, give yourself that benefit and saying, okay, I would like to work more with Ghana. I heard Ghana is getting ready to have a tech base that's slim to none. It's going to be crazy over there in the next couple of years. Let me go ahead and just like really, really get knee deep in Ghana. Or let me just go ahead and start making some UK contacts. Okay, got it. Let me just go ahead and just do that. Canada. What are some other places? Dubai, you know what I mean? Like, look at the time zone. Like right now, what is it, 6:30? What time is it in Dubai right now? But they're about to get ready to wake up in a few hours. So, you know what I mean? Like, get your stuff ready. Like, if you're going to do business with Abu Dhabi or with the Middle East, everybody quiet. I don't know, everybody good? Like you should have your emails getting ready to fire off over there. Well, I wouldn't know what to do. Okay, so this is the thing. I know that some of y'all are in places like real estate and things like that. Okay, so if you're in real estate, you need to be looking at international real estate. Get past your local area. Get past your state. Okay, go start looking at some other places. You ain't got to just be loyal to the state and a couple of states over and just kind of look at some international. Y'all got to think bigger. Amen, somebody. Everybody with me? And look, stop saying you don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. You do know. You got to believe. You got to do that. Mika said my sister friend setting up at the States. Yeah. Mika, everybody should be like, if you got to be able to expand. YouTube, you up? Are y'all listening? Because y'all, I don't know if y'all sleep or what. But this is really the time that you need to be thinking outside the box. You need to settle yourself tonight and say to yourself, how many people do I want to just add to my connection base? Start having some conversations. Listen to what I just said. Start setting up conversations with people that don't look like you. I got some calls coming up this week. There is a company that is actually interested in buying Ellison. I'm about to set up a call with them and see what they talking about. If they ain't talking about nothing, I ain't got to move forward with them. That's what I'm saying. We're rolling. I'm just telling you. That's why I say I don't have the luxury or the time to be overthinking and going back in the past and what should I have done. Like I spent time with a nervous system that was shot this year. After my granddaddy passed, I said, what is wrong with me? Like I'm just out of it. And I told people like that really messed me up because he wasn't sick, right? So I really had to, I felt like in my mind, of course, my mom was telling me I had to catch up, I had to catch up. Oh my goodness, like what is wrong? What is going on with me? And so this year was probably felt very much so like 2022 to me. In 2022, it was like things took a sharp turn and nobody knew what to do. I think this year kind of mimicked that, but now that we see things settling in so many ways and how to move going forward, now we can come up with a more strategic way and a strategic plan on how to move forward. But these are real things that are happening. Like I'm doing what business people are supposed to be doing right now. This is really about markets. This is about markets. This is about not allowing yourself to get immersed and taken off track with this AI stuff. Because I'm gonna tell you this: use AI right now to help you. What do I mean? Everybody needs to be learning AI systems, how it can help your business. Not necessarily how to teach them, because I'm done teaching people how to use AI in so many ways, like how to do this and how to create this. That's done. I'm over that. I'm not doing it anymore. You got the tools like how to create your own GPT, your GPT, whatever, how to create. No, now we're going back into creating those offers, creating those ecosystems, and so you can expand the world, to expand your clientele and your base around the world. Some of y'all got outdated offers out there. That's why you're sitting there and you don't know what to do. And then you don't want to schedule a session because you're scared. What am I going to do? Like, how am I going to do that? I'm going to tell you what to do, give you the tools, and you're just going to have to go all the way in. That's just how this thing is going to roll. You have to learn how to understand that no one is coming to get you out of the mess that you created for yourself. You're going to have to get structured, you're going to have to get disciplined, and you're going to have to figure it out. You're going to have to figure it out. America is going through its judgment season. Amen, somebody. And it ain't got nothing, because if you, I'm telling you now, you immerse yourself in all this stuff, what's going on, and saying, oh my God, this, but they're doing this and they're doing it in Chicago. Okay. Pray for Chicago. Chicago people gonna take care of Chicago people. They're gonna take care of them. I'm not saying not to care. I'm not saying not to care. You're supposed to care. But you also got a business to run. And at the end of the day, it's about your household and keeping yourself healthy and keeping yourself focused. Amen. And look, I may have to let y'all go because I need to hack a little bit. But I'm coming back on here, get y'all together. Mm-hmm.